Hi, my name is John Tyler, and I'm here to do a how-to video on setting up two cameras in OBS. Now, I've been told when I went online, searching like you do, that it's impossible to hook up two cameras to OBS unless you spend a ton of money buying switchers to switch between cameras, and you buy these cam link things so that you can hook your Canon 70D, which is what I have. You might have a 60D or some DSLR camera. I've had that camera for a couple of years floating around in my closet, and I said, wait a minute, there has to be a way to hook that up. Plus, watch this, my C920 Logitech camera, which is my main webcam. So there has to be a way to hook these two cameras up, and there has to be a way to switch them. Well, these cam linking devices, they suggest that you buy a HDMI mini cable at one end and a full-size cable at the other, and you plug that into your Canon camera, and then you plug it into your computer, and lo and behold, using one of these $130 to $300 camera linking devices, you get to see yourself on your streaming videos. Well, I bought it because, like you know, I'm desperate. I want two cameras. Two cameras adds a little spice, don't you think? I mean, if you're able to move from camera 2 over to camera 1, why not? So I bought the thing. I bought the cheaper one, the $130 one from Amazon, and 12 bucks for the cable, I guess. I hooked it all up, and I got my camera into my OBS studio all right, but the problem is it looked like one of those old films where you know, it's all French actors, for example, and then there's an English overdub. Well, that's what it looked like. The voice was like seconds behind the video. So I spent 2 days messing around with that crap. And then I decided, well, I'm going to send this thing back because that's stupid. It didn't work. So then I was told, well, if you buy one of these little, it's got 15 buttons on it, and it's cool. You just hook it up to your computer, and lo and behold, geez, you can do flashy stuff. You can switch between camera A and camera B. So that was $150. Did I buy it? Oh yeah, I bought it. And I plugged it in my computer, and you know what? It took me 2 days and trying to get, even from the manufacturer, some help on how do you work this stupid thing? Because it didn't work. In any event, it did not work, at least for me. Maybe some genius out there can figure it out. But I emailed the manufacturer. I got nothing. I went online about the thing. I got nothing. Then I saw that the cheapest switcher that they had out there was like $970 to switch from camera A over to camera B. Well, frustrating. But it was all crapola. I switched from that camera to that camera using my $19 Logitech keyboard. What? That's right. That camera in scene 1 is camera 1. In scene 2 in OBS is camera 2. So all I have to do is hit the up arrow and I'm at camera 1. If I hit the down arrow, I'm at camera 2. Up arrow, down arrow, up arrow. Come on. $975. Anyway, I'm going to show you how to hook up your DSLR camera to OBS and use your Logitech C920, which most of us probably use anyway as a regular webcam, but it's done differently. When you hook stuff up the way I hook it up, you don't use the traditional methods of doing it, but it's not going to cost you anything for fancy schmancy gimmick. That's why in the front of my channel here I've got down use two cameras in your video, solved, no stupid gimmicks. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do it. The first thing I'm going to do is come back and show you there's a couple of things you really need for your Canon camera. And they're just small things, a little AV link to go from the audio video output, which is just below your HDMI output on your camera, and that hooks into just a regular USB port. So you just need that little wire, and then you're gonna, what I recommend is, and I'll show you what it is, where it is on Amazon. I think it's 17 bucks, maybe it's eBay, I forget, but I'll show you. But it's, you take the battery out of your camera, because your battery's gonna go dead in no time flat. And this one here will run your camera all day long. You plug it into the AC power in your house. Okay, so I'll be right back, and I'm gonna show you how to buy that stuff, where to buy that stuff, and then you'll have your equipment just like I do. And then I'm going to show you step by step in OBS so you can see every move I make to hook your camera up, and that'll be no problem. I'm looking now for Alt S because I want to stop my streaming, and I'll be right back with the further instructions on what you need to do. The first thing that you should buy for your Canon EOS, whatever, 70D, 60D, whatever, is this little device here. It costs $17.90, but it replaces the battery in your camera. The reason I suggest that is when I run my any camera, EOS, whatever it is, any camera other than the C920, which is a USB controlled camera that, you know, gets its power from your computer, your Canon DSLR gets its power from a battery, and that battery runs out in, it seems like, no time. So if you're doing a streaming video, you don't want to have the battery crap out. So buy this. This goes up inside where the battery would normally be, and then you just plug it into the wall, and you can run your camera for 24 hours a day if you want to. So that's what I recommend. The next thing I recommend, I'll show you in just a second. And this next little goodie here is going to be what you should have too. I did not need the HDMI mini to maxi cable for my DSLR. All I needed was this little guy here, which is a Canon interface cable, $12.80, again on Amazon. That end there, you can see it, goes into the bottom of your camera, and I'm going to show you that next. And then the other end is just a USB input port. So we'll get rid of that. I'll bring up the camera shot that I just took just for you. And right there is the HDMI input. That's not what you want. The AV output of your camera is where that cable goes, right here. So that runs into the USB cable, and then that runs into your computer. So no problem so far. The next thing I want to bring up is, let me grab this photo here. It's just, like I pointed out before, it's my switcher, not a $975 switcher. That's it, the keyboard, the up and down keys. See, scene 1, cam 1, scene 2, cam 2, up, cam 1, the down arrow, cam 2. It's real simple. That's what you'll be doing in your streaming videos or recording them for YouTube or whatever you do. The next thing I'm going to show you is how to actually get this thing done. Okay, here we go. Ready? Okay, so you want to bring this up. This was a CD that I found in my closet along with my Canon 70D camera. And it's called EOS Utility Disc. You need to download that into your desktop or your computer, and then just find it like this and open it up. But before you do, I have to tell you, you gotta go to your Kodak or whatever Canon camera, and then you want to turn the camera on before you open that up. Well, let me show you why. I'll open it up now with the camera off. See, starting up. Now you see nothing lit up there. That's what the problem is. It's not a problem, but if you turn your camera on, I'll show you what else you will see. Okay, so I've turned my camera on. Right now I'm operating off of the C920 so that I can bring you this presentation. But now we're going to go open up that EOS utility. Watch what happens. You're going to get that screen right there. Pull it over so you can see it. And then down, as you travel down, it says camera settings, remote shooting. That's what you want to do, is set up your Canon camera. So you click on that. It's going to open another box up. This guy right here. Let me pull him down so you can see it. Now, all of the stuff you don't have to worry about. Anything, just go way down here till it says Live View Shoot. Click that on. You're going to open up the camera now that you turned on, and you'll see your face. Watch. And there he is right there. Okay, so I'll bring that over now. So now here that is. Now we want to put that into something meaningful. So this is what you want to leave live on your desktop. And just don't shut it off. Don't shut your camera on. Leave everything just like it is. You can minimize it if you want to, but leave that on your desktop. Now I'm going to show you how to get all of this stuff into your OBS. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have set up the scene that I first introduced you to with the how-to and all that. Only I put myself in here high on my C920 Logitech camera so that I can bring the other camera online here and show you how I did it. So I'm just going to leave the how-to thing up above my head, and the studio is off here to my left, your right. And now I'm going to show you. That's why I have this whole scene in front of you, the whole OBS platform. So I only have scene 3. This is all together on scene 3. Now remember, you left your camera running on your desktop over there. This is my second monitor, and you should have 2 monitors as well, and you probably do if you're using OBS. Okay, so now I want to add that other camera. Everything else is online. The C920 right here, my studio. Now that studio, I use green screen, and that studio is fake. I mean, but I'm going to put myself into it. I could be in Paris. I could be anywhere I want to. So can you if you use a green screen, which is just what I have actually behind me. That's why right now you see nothing but me. Okay, so down here in the sources, you want to click on the plus because you're going to add a source. Now you can see the whole video capture device. Do not click on that. That's the one you are so used to clicking on to get your Logitech camera lined up. We want to go on Windows Capture. That's the mystery that took me days to figure out. Windows Capture. Watch. Bang. Okay, I'm going to name the thing Cam 1. If you live in North Carolina like I do, you'd probably name it Cam Newton, quarterback for the Peoples. Okay, so that is a blank screen, but we're going to fix that. On the default, it'll open up a default window, and you want to hit Remote Live View. Watch. So that's what you just brought in from your desktop. Now, the problem with, I'll hit OK, and there it is. Okay, so now I've got that ready to go into my scenery, and that's, by the way, that green screen behind me. but I'm on camera 2, the Logitech, and I just moved my other camera, my main Canon 70D over here, just to show you how to bring in Cam 1. Okay, so you don't want that, you want to shrink that down. So what you do is hit your Alt key. See the little red circle up above like you're used to doing, positioning things into your streaming. Okay, hit Alt and lock onto that little button there and just pull it down to where, in my case, where the green screen ends. Same thing with the right, that little red circle, Alt, pull it over to the green. Left side, Alt, push the Alt button, bring it over, whoop. I'm working far away here. I got to get back on Cam 1 here. There it is. Okay, so on that little circle, forgive me, just bring it up to the green. And the left side, I still didn't quite get there. Okay, so now I got Johnny's camera 1 in green screen. And I want to put me in that studio behind me. So what you're going to do is bring that camera 1 up to the top like you normally would, and grab one corner of it, drag it all the way down, then move it over to somewhere near the center. That's good. Okay, so now I want to clean this up a little bit and get it away from the right side here. So again, I will, there's a red 0 over here, grab point, see, to the far left. Oop. Boy, it's hard to see from where I'm sitting. There it is. Okay, Alt, drag it over. Same thing with the right. Alt, drag it over. Now, I don't want to put myself outside of the studio, right? So I want to drag it over as far as I can to the right. So that's cool. I can move it around in the studio. Now, you're going to right click on camera 1 right here, and you'll see filters way down below. Hit filters. And then on the bottom, there's a plus here. You're going to hit that one, plus. And then you're going to see chroma key, second one down, right here. See? Chroma key. Click on that. Hit OK. Now, I've already chromed everything out, but let me move this line right here to show you. There's the green screen, and I bring it over to the right to get rid of the green, the chroma. Then all of that's okay, so I'll hit close, and lo and behold, I'm right here in the studio. Camera 1. Camera 2 is over here. That's right. So anyway, that's what you do to bring that down. You can adjust the camera in, out, down, whatever you want to do. Any way you want to do it. In fact, I'll show you. No, that's my studio. Sorry. I got to hit Cam 1 again. Open that up. Now, there I am, smaller. So I can bring myself to anywhere I want to be. Click that off and then lock. Oh, see that up the top? Well, I got to bring that down a little bit because I didn't hit it all the way into the green. I'm a perfectionist. Okay. So now one click and everything's locked in. Now I can lock everything in right here. See, lock, 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 lock everything down so that no matter what you do up there, you can't screw it up. So we have camera 1 right here and camera 2 straight ahead. 2 cameras running at the same time. This one here, the C920, is just to show you how I brought camera 1 into the picture here. Okay, so that's how you do it. What else do I need to remind you of? Probably nothing. Just make sure that you take your main camera there, hook it up with that little AV cable, hook it into your USB port. I would hook it into the front of my computer if you have a USB there, and the other C920, hook it at USB into the back. Some people have run across problems, so they say. So that's the easiest way that I know to be able to do this stuff. And then to control the camera switching, you just hit the up and down arrows like I already said. So that's it. I will be working my way over to another how-to. The reason I do this stuff too is it just drives you nuts, doesn't it? Because you go spend hours and hours and hours on YouTube or Google or anywhere to try to find some help, and you can't get it. But once people like me get it and understand it, and I can pass it on to you, that's what I want to do. So if you like what you see that J. Tyler Music. Again, go over to my channel. I do country music. I think there's 1,325 people following it. They like it too. But I also do some Bible study stuff, 50 years worth of Bible stuff. But then I do a bunch of these how-tos because I just have to share what I discover and save you hours and hours and hours of time. So with that, I will see you somewhere around the campus. See you later.